so my buddy Steve here, and me and Steve used to work at a Chevy dealership together, and I come over here and see what kind of parts he had, but he's got this Chevelle here, and so tell me a little bit about the Chevelle, Steve.
I got this car when I was 17, and I'm 45 now, but there was a lady we went to church with that I never paid much mind to because she was quite a bit older, and it ended up being she called my parents one day and said, "Hey, I want Steve to have this car." So I ended up getting a loan for $1,000 to get this car back. It's been in park most of his life. Every time I get a chance to get another motor, I stuff it in here and it sits like this. So what I've done here is I actually put an LS style engine in it. This is actually an LQ9. And it's in the process of being still worked on, I guess.
So that you've done the whole harness and everything, you've done all that?
Yeah, that's why it doesn't look real clean. I still got to go through here and clean some of this up, but my configuration keeps changing.
411 PCM.
Like my throttle return.
Throttle return. Custom.
Yeah, that's custom. Why don't you take a picture of the inside?
Yeah.
See where you have to modify the floorboard.
Not anymore.
Yeah, this originally had a 307.
You know, if small blocks were the only things that were still offered, I'd probably cry. Can I open it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so we got a 60 stuffed in there. And a little trimming had to be done, obviously. But how clean this car is. And what year did you say it was again?
1968.
68.
That's actually the original mileage on there. I bought it with 44,000 miles on it.
Oh, really? How clean is that, guys? Man. All original seats, everything?
No, I've done the interior.
Oh, have you?
I bought a kit from OPGI and restretched it. It's original headliner and whatnot, but the seats and the carpet have been changed.
Nice. I like those seats too.
See, it was originally a 3-speed. You can see that right
there. Oh, nice.
When I was a kid, I didn't think it was very cool to drive down the road and have to shift that.
Oh, 3 on the tree?
A lot of people aren't familiar with that anymore.
Yeah. Once you realize it's just an H pattern, it's pretty easy.
That's pretty much what it is. I think it was something that went away years ago.
Well, I figured you guys would dig checking this sucker out, and I'll have it finished one day and be chasing me down the road maybe. But yeah.
Can we see if it starts?
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's been a while since I cranked it over, but let's see what we got.
We're gonna see if this sucker starts up. What kind of exhaust is on here?
It's a Flowmaster.
Flowmasters.
And it does have some exhaust leaks because I kind of got that mocked up underneath there. But using my oil pressure gauge out here so I can see it. Make sure I got fuel pressure and everything. Kind of a temporary setup here. Fire extinguisher by your foot.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. I'm building pressure.
So it's probably going to start once, and it takes like 3 times, and then it'll start running. Maybe not.
Well, that was all right. That's pretty cool.
I don't know if anybody's ever going to end up putting one of these in as far as this configuration. This has a GM, what they call muscle car oil pan on it. I've had to buy, you can get a picture of this mount over here. I don't know, do you need light?
No, it's probably all right.
You can see these mounts. This is actually made by a company, and I don't remember who it was off the top of my head, but it jacks that motor up quite a bit to give you the clearance for the the suspension. I've seen a lot of these where they're done with this oil pan, and that motor actually hangs down far enough that you'll see the oil pan. It looks like it's getting knocked off.
Shinedown, Brady Benjamin, and this band going to be at the
That's how you can move it back or do anything with it. So.
Yeah. Then you do your research. You'll find like Hedman headers makes these headers that are configured for this car.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Wait, now what are these headers?
These are Hedman.
Hedman?
They're made for GM A body.
Okay.
And then as far as my configuration here, this is Holley accessory brackets.
Oh, okay.
And then you have to run the Corvette style pump, water pump.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They actually make this bracket has a spacer, so you can run this type alternator and still run the truck water pump.
Oh, gotcha.
And it brings it back out, so you don't have to change the flywheel, or I mean the crank pulling.
Got some truck coils on there, some pretty good ones.
Yeah, and see, and I've had to modify that line. See how it used to come out? Actually,
Yeah.
tweaked it to a point where it kind of ends up at like a 30-degree there, but.
You know, the ones on my truck I gotta change because I've got the, I've actually got the quick connect style, and it's probably got a quick connect up there.
Yeah, you want to see what this
but at the tank, it's got the quick connects because I have that Silverado fuel pump, and I actually had it pop out on me when I was off-roading. So I got the new Russell style that actually, it screws in from the back and holds it. Yeah.
It's this style. No longer a quick connect. So you're talking.
Yeah.
This
But that's a
configuration
lot more
here.
secure, and I'd especially like to have, I'm going to change mine up at the fuel rail because I'd hate to have this pop off and leak gas all over the headers. And
Yeah, I need to build a bracket because I think it's really important. I've got to see this fuel line. I need to isolate or actually build a bracket because I want this to be secured to the block at this point and somehow keep the vibration out of it. Even with these motor mounts, I still get a little bit of movement, and I just don't want this flexing over and over and over a period of time.
yeah.
And I've got to do some modification later to cut this off, and I'm going to flip it over and put it over here. You can see I've made this wire extra long because I'm.
Gotcha.
And this has been changed so many times. I think that I've got something figured out, and by the time I get further into the project, I realize I can't use that exact position. Say, for example, this and.
Right. And is this just the LS1 intake?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, thanks for letting me check it out, Steve.
No problem.
Alright guys, well I hope you liked that video, and that sucker is clean, isn't it? Man, I didn't realize how clean that sucker was, and man, it fired up and sounded good. I was like, whoa! This is it here, and you see she's all cleaned up, ready to go. Just basically just the rotating assembly, but new pistons and blocks all cleaned up and painted, ready to roll. So I needed the oil pan and pickup tube and windage tray. I mean, I had some of that stuff, but it was good to get. So that is the oil pan for the pickup tube, the windage tray. Ended up getting a, bring you over here, ended up picking up a mass airflow with the plug on it. And then got the intake. So it's got a throttle body on it with the IAC and throttle position, and it's got the injectors, rails, returnless rail, and not completely snipped off on the harness, so hopefully I can find a different harness. But if I have to, I got enough wires there that I can splice into those if I need to. So this actually helps me out right here, getting this whole complete assembly. And then picked up a water pump from them. It's an L99 water pump. I think it's the same water pump that I got in there actually. And then I got the accessory bracket, the truck bracket. So it's got a power steering pump on it. So it's working out. So should be coming along pretty quick. I didn't get the Chevy the other day. So I wasn't able to get the valve seals and stuff and the oil pan gasket, so that'll have to wait. I'll have to snatch those up sometime next week. But yeah, so moving right along. So I think we should have this engine ready to put that together within the next couple weeks here. and then we'll see from there. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the thumbs up, the subscriptions, the everything, comments. Keep them coming, and I'll get you guys a video up here shortly, or another one up here shortly. And you guys take care. Have a great one. Enjoy your holiday, and see you next weekend.